Hi, my name's Glyn Hughes from EMF Protection. Just a short video to help you understand the why and how we earth EMF shielding paints and fabrics. So the best EMF shielding paints and fabrics presently available to properly mitigate these signals from mobile phone masts, Wi-Fi, cell towers, smart meters, etc. are all conductive, in my opinion. What this means is that the paint that you apply to the wall will block, not absorb, but block the frequency from the phone mast or the Wi-Fi or the smart meter, whatever it is you're trying to close down. It'll block that, but it will pick up a different form of electromagnetic pollution from the wiring within the walls, floor or ceiling. So we need to get rid of that. So that's why we earth. How we earth, there is one way we don't need to earth, and it's the best way to deal with this situation. And that is to switch all of your power off at night. And I know lots of you, because I've been doing this now for nearly 16 years, and you wouldn't believe how many times I've offered this advice, and the level of shock that comes every time I do hasn't really diminished so far. But it isn't actually as crazy as you think. Maybe in some of the hotter countries or really cold countries, then it is a little bit a bit mad. But in the part of the world where we live, the actual temperature fluctuation between winter and summer isn't often that much. We live in Cornwall in England, which is a very unique place. But in the other parts of Britain that we've lived in, which have been very cold at times and warmer at others, we've done for 10 years this thing that I'm going to advise you to do. We've switched all the power off at night. Now, if you live in Florida or California, obviously you're going to need some air conditioning for a portion of the year. And so it may not be possible for you to switch all the power off at night. But if the only thing you're worried about is the fridge or freezer or fridge and or freezer defrosting and ruining lots of food, that won't happen. We've done it for 10 years and it's fine. They will last 8 or 9 or even 10 hours without there being any problem whatsoever. If you can't switch all the power off at night, then you've probably already got to the point where you've bought your earthing equipment, which at some point becomes a wire that you have to attach to something. The most common thing people do is attach it to the electrical system. That's very efficient and it will get rid of the electric and magnetic fields. It may bring back a different form of pollution, usually at a fairly low level, into the canopy, which is called dirty electricity. Whilst this is not ideal, it's better than A, not shielding against the high frequency, or B, shielding and then not mitigating the magnified EMFs from the wiring that are magnified by the paint or the fabric. So that's one way to do it. The dirty electricity that may come back into your canopy or room can be mitigated to some degree by fitting various filters, and so that's all possible. You need to do a little bit of research on that if you really want to connect your canopy or paint to the electrical system. You can do it via the radiator as well, but that will ultimately connect to and it's probably better than, well, it is better than connecting direct to the in my opinion, direct to the wiring. If you can't switch the power off at night, the best way to earth, the cleanest way to earth, is to drive that wire out of the building into a piece of copper pipe or something similar that you've driven into the ground outside. So the connection between your room, your shielded environment, and the Earth's earth, if you like, is unadulterated. A piece of wire from the wall, from the canopy, attached to the wall or canopy in the most secure way possible, which you already have had advice on, and then run out to ground. That's the best way to earth. Hopefully that answers all your problems. If not, then by all means feel free to email me. Thank you.